Hello, this is Jariah Walker. It is November 14th. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to do a quick walkthrough of our building, 1825 Austin Bluffs Parkway. The reason why we're going to do this walkthrough is to document the work that frankly wasn't completed by the contractor we hired, Stacy's Handyman Service. And so we're going to walk around the property, and I'm going to document the items that are wrong or need fixing, because we've got new contractors hopefully scheduled to come in today to fix up some of the mistakes that were left behind. One thing on the exterior of the building, we've got a globe that was I believe broken by Stacy's Handyman Service, but regardless, the HOA did replace it, but I figured I'd get it on camera. We're going to go ahead and walk inside here. First thing that we'll look at is this front room and the drywall and texturing. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that is still here at the property. This stuff is here because unfortunately a lot of the work that we hired Stacy for was not completed by the time we moved in, or by the time a lot of these items have been showing up. So you'll see a lot of clutter in the video. One thing we'll look at here is the drywall job and texture job that's been done in this front area. You can see several areas where there's no drywall or no texture or covering at all. Around the door, a lot of these materials, a lot of these trim boards, even though there's no mention in any of our agreements with Stacy that he could take material off-site, a lot of them are gone or were left on the side of the building to be weathered. We'll film those when we go outside. But you can just see, all this stuff has been ripped off. The texturing job that was done in here is extremely poor. There's lots of globs in several different spots. Again, it's kind of tough to get on camera unless I zoom right in, but there you see just a lot of huge chunks all over the place, to be quite honest. Windows, we were charged for windows being installed. This window is not installed properly. It's not installed right at all. There's no drywall around it. You can just see the level of work that we were left with. Here in the other area of the front room, let's see if I can zoom in. I think you can see some of the glops from the texture hanging off. It was done rather unprofessionally. You can see more glops there. You can see the depth on them. It's just, things aren't done properly. More glops over here. So the contractors that we're hiring now basically came in and said that they really just need to redo the whole thing, because frankly it's going to be too much work to sand all this off. So they're just going to restart it and do it again. Here's a bathroom in the front. Again, lots of work not completed in here. Okay. And again, here's just the quality of the texture job in here is just really, really bad. Again, look at these big just glops. This isn't even done right. Looks like different people did it. Glop here. Okay, so here's our front desk receptionist area. This was really supposed to be framed out and completed. It's clearly not. So I'm gonna get that on camera. As you can see, this ceiling is not installed here. Okay. Let's kind of go around the reception area here. All this was supposed to be drywalled underneath, and as you can see, it is not. We had some electric that was actually buried behind drywall that the electricians had to cut out to find. Okay. If you go in the conference room area, you can see what he attempted to do as a paint job. He was trying to paint the ceiling for the electricians so they could finish putting in these trim pieces, but he left all this running paint on the wall kind of coming down here. It's very watery and drippy. Again, the texture job is pretty bad in here. We had brand new carpets, lots of drywall that's been left everywhere. If you look again, the windows, these are the only 3 other windows that are in. They're not installed properly at all. You can see, hopefully, you know, these clumps of just drywall drip or texture drip everywhere. That he got them on the windows. Lots of just weird drips. You know, I mean, here's another one. There's a big glob right there. And that's kind of the theme. Stacy also, let me zoom this back. Stacy also buried cans. There's another can he buried. Another can over here that he buried. He never asked. These are some brand new cabinets that we had in these bags, and Stacy basically took his table saw and set them on top of here. Left this at the property when he was asked to basically not come back in unless it was in business hours, so we could sit and talk about what the work that was left here and the quality of the work that he did. We've still yet, that was about 2 weeks ago, we've yet to have that conversation. As you can see, the gaps in the window, that's daylight you can see out there. So we've got this plastic stuffed in here to basically try to keep out some of the cold. But just a poor job with the drywall altogether and the texture. These walls, we're going to go down the hallway here. Obviously not finished. Okay. All of this cove base was, was ripped out. We actually ordered floorboards and chair rails. Stacy picked them up from the store that they were purchased from, had them here on site, and then basically took them, saying that he didn't want them to get damaged. But Stacy has yet to bring back our materials, our chair rails and our trim boards, so we're not sure if we're even going to get them back. This is the paint job. It's the first office I'll document on the paint job. As you can see, very poor job with doing the lines here. They're jagged everywhere. If you look on top, you can see that there's a different color in between the ceiling tile frame and the wall, and that's because Stacy did not properly cut in anywhere in this room. He just kind of brushed it and left. And you know, it needs, there's several areas, I mean, that you can see the white specks. Everything needs a second coat, and really has to be completely repainted. These windows, obviously, these are windows that we paid to basically have removed and new ones installed. As you can see, that did not happen. These are the wood windows. This office he didn't get to painting yet, so there's really not a whole lot to film on here, but as you can see from our clutter, we're in a bad spot from having to move in here without any of this work being properly done. I'm going to go down the hallway here. These ceiling tiles, we paid for ceiling tiles. We paid Stacy for that. We're not really sure if the ceiling tiles are all here on the premises or not. It doesn't look like they are. There's no ceiling tiles in this office. Okay. There is 2 packs here. We paid $500 for ceiling tiles. I don't think we have them all here. Again, this is a similar paint job to the other office. Just really poor work done all the way around. And again, nothing cut on the entire ceiling. You can just see it's a really poor job. This is a desk. Stacy was told for him and his crew to not move the desk. He damaged a piece that actually they came in. We had furniture movers come in and fix it, but we do have photos documenting it. He damaged the desk on this side, and he also damaged a back piece down here. Tough to see. I've got photos of it. But regardless, this is a brand new desk that he did damage. We did have conversations about that as well. Again, all the trim boards gone. So we'll go ahead and go into our agent area here. Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm just doing a video.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, if you give me just a minute, yeah, I'll be set. But you can walk around and stuff. You're fine. Okay. Here's the agent area. We got, as you can see, a lot of ceiling tiles just missing, not completed. A lot of the